Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Miss Kat. Hello. Okay, I don't know if somebody was just trying to call me, but I ain't in the mood tonight. I ain't in the mood. You got a potty? Do you got a potty? Come on now. Make up your mind. Let me text my children and tell them not to call me. Hey, hey, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Hi, Miss Kay. You know it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. Hey, Auntie Joy, how you doing? You know it's hard out here. Sorry, y'all. James was just playing that, and now it's stuck in my head. Y'all know how it be, okay? However, good evening. We're gonna give everybody about a good five minutes to get in here, okay? Y'all, just so y'all know, this is Tamitra's Beauty. This is my sister. How you doing? Hey, Shondella. How are you? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thursday, because I know I did, and I plan to continue to. Okay, and okay. Oh, let me show y'all the eye candy, because I went and saw Chang today. Y'all, look at these nails. They are dripping with nuggets. They are matte, and he added some gold nuggets. Okay, one time for Chang. One time for Chang. Oh, she said, "Hey, beauty, you are Sagittarius niece, okay? Sagittarius niece. You look. Oh, she said you're looking. We can't hear you. You need to turn your volume on.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Hey, cutting up with the parishes. Hey, honey, how you doing, girl? How you doing? Okay, so did everybody see the thumbnail and did everybody read the title? So we all know what we walking in the door talking about tonight, okay? Tonight's episode is about grown kids, boundaries, and peace. Because when you sum it all up, honey, mama ain't no bank, babysitter, or no backup plan, okay? Okay. Can I get somebody to say, clock that T?
Hello.
Clock that T. On period. Clock that T. All right. Tell y'all what I'm sipping on tonight. I swear this feel like I'm drinking some Hennessy, not some Hennessy, some whiskey or something. You know, Hennessy is that warm liquor. I'm drinking sweet bitch Chardonnay. Okay, I've been babysitting this bottle for a good little minute. Okay, so this is what I'm sipping on tonight, and this is what's in my glass. Okay, okay, what are y'all sipping on tonight? While we have some
Glow H2O.
you go H2O. Okay, hey Tanita, how you doing? How you doing? Listen, I feel like I'm over here drinking some whiskey. Okay, cause this is sweet and it got a little kick to it. Okay, a little kick. You don't have no flavor in your H2O. Okay.
Some lemon.
Okay. Nature's seasoning. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Auntie Joyce, she drinking barefoot Moscato. Okay, one time for Moscato. I think when I started drinking wine, I think that was my first wine I started drinking was bare. No, it wasn't. I'm telling a lie because it was Carlos Rossi, child. See how I just told that big ass lie? When I switched to bottles, that was one of my next. That's what I graduated to. Okay, that's right. I remember hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's that thing that looked like this. Okay, the thing that looks like this. A thumb. Okay, a thumb up. Okay. I don't care if you hit the like thumbs down either, child. You still giving us some engagement, so that's good. Okay, and okay. All right. Whew, she's a girl. Jack hit different. The, mm, girl, that Jack Daniels that you opened when you came here, girl, that's your bottle. It's your bottle. It's here for when you come back. Okay. Woo, that's right there. All right, we are at the 5 minute mark. So, hola, ¿cómo estás? It's your favorite professor, Professor who? Professor Nista. That's who. Tonight's class, y'all, is not for the weak. Okay, it's not for the weak. Tonight we talking about grown ass kids. Dot dot dot. Grown ass kids, the ones with adult ages but toddler tendencies. Did I did I did I did I tap it? Do you see my eye? Okay, okay, okay. She said that is not your sister. Yes, it is, girl. That is my sister. You better tell her.
Who ain't her sister?
I know. Why she ain't my sister? She said she lost weight and looked good. Girl, we all around here losing weight, child, and getting healthier because you're understanding over 40. Child, that stuff will start sitting with you. Do you hear me? I ain't about that life. Okay. Hey, Miss So, I'm going to set the room for y'all tonight. Okay. Are you ready? I'm going to set the room for y'all. This is a safe space. Let me say that first. Okay. Safe space, but we're going to tell the truth. We're not going to
shame the devil.
Say it one more time, sister.
And shame the devil.
And shame the devil. It's a safe space. We can tell the truth. No matter what, as mothers and fathers, we love our kids. But, you saw how I used the word but instead of however? You saw that, right? But, we motherfucking tired. We motherfucking tired. Okay? We are motherfucking tired. So, drop in the chat. Are you dealing with peace or pressure right now? Which is your flavor, peace or pressure? I'm going to tell you, I'm half and half. I'm half and half. Peace and pressure. Peace and pressure. Can you speak on it? Well, can you speak on it? Because yours is only he about to be 13. Hers ain't grown, but we've had the experiencing of knowing some people who grown and be doing the most. Okay? But are you on peace or pressure?
Peace.
Okay, you on peace. Okay, Auntie Joy said y'all better keep it respectful now. We can keep it respectful, okay? Miss K said loss. Okay. Chandela said a little bit of both. Okay. Peace, but can give pressure too. I like that answer. Okay. Peace, but can give the pressure too. Okay, right here on the night. Right here on the night. Okay, right there. All right. Miss Dion say she's at peace. Tanita say mostly peace with a little pressure. Okay. My style keeper said I'm dealing with disrespectful grown kids in my house. Well, girl, come on in the room. The upper room. Ain't that a song for the upper room?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just saying. It's just a saying. Okay. Girl, I'm sorry you dealing with disrespectful grown kids, honey. Okay, so I'm waiting for other people to answer because it's 21 people in here currently. So where the other people? Because I know somebody else got answers too now. I don't be getting me getting started and getting in my flow, and then y'all want to go back and say, Steph, I'm in my peace. I'm in my pressure. Okay, I need you to answer right now or forever hold your peace. You saw how I
Hey,
caught
Miss
that?
K, thank you.
You saw how I caught that? Okay. Okay. So I broke this up in a couple of segments tonight, y'all. So we're gonna talk about some different things so we can stay structured, we can stay on task, and we can keep the conversation flowing. So I want you to know, like I said, this is a safe space. Speak your piece because I'm gonna tell you something. It is a silent epidemic going on around here with adult children still acting like adolescents, okay? And I'm telling y'all, I learned something 2 weeks ago that there is a thing called an adolescent adult. An adolescent adult. And that pretty much means somebody who is over the age of 18. They could be up to 50, 60 years old. I'm going to go ahead and tell you because y'all ain't no such thing as being too got doggone grown, okay? Okay, ain't no such thing as being too doggone grown. However, these are grown adult kids that want to have a foot in as an adult and say, I'm grown. And then you also have a foot out the door where you want to say, I'm grown, but I still want to act like a kid, or I still want to be treated like a kid. Okay, I ain't got time for all of that. I need you to pick a side. Pick a side. Pick a struggle. Okay? Pick one. All right? So, first things first, reality check. Are y'all ready? Okay? When did parenting turn into managing adults? That's a real question. When did parenting turn into managing adults?
Meaning,
You got to tell them, you have to delegate and tell them how their life is supposed to go, what they're supposed to be doing, how they're supposed to be doing it, when they're supposed to be doing it. You're managing them. Okay? You're managing them. When did parenting become managing? I thought when they hit 18, I understand we still got to raise the kids. We're never finished completely raising them. But when are they going, if you're going to be out here saying, I'm grown and I can do what I want to do, I say put your foot where your mouth is.
if you grown, then be grown.
Then be grown.
All the way grown.
All the way grown. So that means a couple of things. Why do I have to tell you when to do things? Why do I have to tell you how to do things? It's one thing if you asking me, okay, I've never had this situation happen, so could you walk me through this, coach me through it? Then sometimes you could tell people things, and guess what? You just talking and speaking hot breath, child. Ain't nobody taking what you saying. So I keep talking to people who clearly don't want the advice, or they're going to follow and do what they want to do. So that's what I'm saying. Manage it. You want me to tell you what to do, how to do it. Then on the second, on this hand, you just want to do what you want to do on period. Okay? I know everybody in here feeling me on this. Okay? Okay.
Well, my sister Keeper said calling the police every other month on me and my husband. And the police said they have rights too. So I gave them the house and left. Husband's still there, but not I. And they 24 and 29. That's a negative.
Okay. Wait a
They'll
minute.
put their ass out.
Hold up. You said the police told you that your kids have rights in your house. In your house. Is that what you're saying, Miss Style Sister? My Style Sister. They have rights in your house. But I think it's time for them not to have no rights in that house, don't you?
I think it's almost kind of like a squatter.
Okay.
So, if a squatter is in your house and they're getting mail, they've been there for over 30 days, they have rights. So technically, you can't force them out, allegedly, but that wouldn't be me.
James say evict them.
Girl,
Evict them.
you can't evict.
It ain't even about no evicting. It's called get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck.
But she
But she
said they're
said they're
calling the
calling
police
police
on
on
them.
Yes,
them.
but you know what? How do you get rid of that? You have to evict them. If you got to do it the legal way, evict them. Give them, go down to the courthouse because they get mail there. So obviously they're a resident. Okay. But at the same time, you don't have to have grown people living in your house that's disrespecting you. And if they calling the police on you, why are they calling the police on you? Just to be messy? Kids have rights too if they pay any bills. Well, what about if they don't pay no bills? Explain that to me. If they don't pay bills, do they have rights still? If they living off you, leeching off of you, they have rights then too. I don't think they have rights if they pay bills. Because last time I checked, me and your name on this deed. Okay. She said, "Oh, I would have told the police, well, take them home with Jim." That's what I would have been like.
Okay.
Okay. Take them home with you if they got rights. Because how you calling the police on me at my house, trying to get me cased up, and I wouldn't have left my house. It would have been them leaving the house. And I think that's sad that your husband, he stayed and he let you go by yourself. That I'm just saying. He's supposed to back her. Supposed to be team of we. Team of we. Okay? What she said, once these kids feel that they have the control over y'all, they'll continue to try to control you and they can pay their own damn bills somewhere else. Somewhere else. That's what I'm gonna say. What did she say? Chandela said
Miss
they can't be coached. You give them the information, but they don't do anything with it. I agree. Clueless. That's why I said tired
give
of.
them the
Get in the
water.
water.
You can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink. Okay? She said, no, they don't have any rights at all. They have rights if they're set up residency. I'm gonna say I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Do you agree with that, Demetrius?
Obviously, the
Obviously, the
police pay
police
for
for
that.
that.
So it
So
must
it must
be
be
right
right
for that
for that
particular
particular
county that
county
she's
that
in
she's in
or
County
or
state.
state.
or state. Because I remember when and I'm gonna use myself as an example. When I was 18 and I was in college, my mom used to come out to school all the time. If y'all hear this story, it's story time on it. You can go watch the story time. But just to give you an example, the police was called on me and my mom at the college. Okay, and they had said that when the police got there, my mama said that she wanted me to come home with her. I had to leave premises with her. The cops asked me how old I was, and I told him I was 18. And he said, no, she don't. He said, she is legally an adult, and you can't make her go anywhere. You can't make her do nothing. Okay? And so they said, anything, if she wants you to leave the premises because this is where she stayed at, you have to leave. And so my mama got upset because I want her to leave because I'd already have it at school and I embarrassed me. Okay, y'all, how many times I'm embarrassed in my whole lifetime? That's a whole nother story. And look at me now. Ting.
You getting paper.
Okay. However, that was not something they was not telling me, or they wasn't telling her that because she was a parent and she was the one that signed paperwork for me to go to college that I had to go with her. So I'm not understanding how they can tell you that they have right to in your house. They must was friends with them kids. That's all I could think of. Okay.
Well, Miss Lady
Well,
K
Miss Lady
said
K said
it's their
it's their
choice.
choice.
If they want
If
a
they
right
want a
to
right to
life,
life,
then you need to get
then
the
you can
fuck
get the
out.
fuck out. Say it one more
Oh,
time for the
period.
people in the back. Say it one more time from the people in the back. Now,
If you
this is
want
the
a right
a
to
right
life,
to life.
get the
Tanita,
fuck
get the fuck
out.
out. That is. It is. I mean, that's what real grown people do, right? They say kids don't have rights if they pay bills. They only have rights if they are on your lease or resident that you would have had to have added them. That kind of makes sense to me too. So, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, it's James and Stephanie Long on this mortgage, okay? Nobody can tell us anything. All right. But this is the thing. When do we go from the shift of raising kids, then enabling them? There's a difference. So when does that shift? When does it seem like it happens? Because one minute we raising them and we're open to let them be free and be out here in the world, but then when does it turn into now we're enabling them to have, I guess, behavior that they have? And like I said, y'all, this is a safe place, and I ain't trying to say guilt parenting don't happen, because kids be trying to play their parents against. They try to make us think it's our fault. What's going on? Why are you always complaining? Why you always have something to say? Why it seems like I can never do anything right? Because if you see a piece of paper on the floor and you walk by a piece of paper on the floor, what's so wrong with you? Common sense tell you to pick the piece of paper up, right? But you walk by, you keep walking by it, and you'll keep walking by it. But when I start fussing about it, then all of a sudden, why are you yelling? Why are you saying these things to me? Because you act like you don't see stuff. So to me, that's when I
Well, if you
start.
saw the paper, then why you pick it up? What is she good at?
I see you walked past the paper. I mean, I came downstairs and the piece of paper was on the floor, and your ass was already sitting over here eating some cereal. So you telling me you can't pick the piece of paper up? That's how arguments get started, and that's when it becomes division. And that's when that's like I said, it goes from raising to enabling them. If you're not expecting anything from these kids, or you're not giving them responsibilities, to me, I don't think we're doing our part as a parent. I just don't. I just don't. I think. Go ahead.
I think
I
that
think
starts
that starts
with
with
them at a
at a
younger
younger
age.
age.
You
You
have to
have
teach
to
them
teach
those
them those
responsibilities
responsibilities,
because
because
you can't
you
wait till
can't
they
wait till
grow
they
up and
grow up
then
and
say,
then
"Oh,
say,
now
"Oh,
you
now
got
you got
responsibilities." If
responsibilities."
that's
If
not
that's not
something that's
something that's
already
already
instilled in them
instilled
to
in them to
do,
do,
then it's
then it's
gonna
gonna
go over
go
their
over their
head.
head.
I
I
think a
think a
lot
lot
of
of
parents
parents,
they
they
have their
have their
children
children,
and you
and
want
you
the
want the
best for your
best for your
children,
children,
and you be
and you
like,
be like,
"Okay,
okay,
you
you
18, you done
18, you done
graduated. I'm
graduated,
gonna
I'm
give
gonna
you a
give you
little
a little
time
time
to get
to
your
get
stuff
yourself
together
together
if they
if
don't
they
go
don't
off
go
to
off to
college.
college.
I'm gonna give you a
I'm gonna
little
give you a
time
little
to
time
figure
to figure
things
things
out."
out.
But then
Then
6 months
6 months
turn into
turn
a
into
year, a
a
year turn
year
into
turn into
two, and it
two,
just
and it just
becomes a
becomes a
cycle.
cycle. Mm-hmm.
So
So
once that
once the
cycle
cycle
starts,
starts,
and then they
and then they
start,
start,
you've been
you've been
able
able
them,
them,
but
but
then
then
they're
they're
feeling
feeling
entitled
entitled
now.
now.
So now
So
I'm
now
just
I'm
gonna
just
do what the
gonna do
fuck
what
I
the fuck
want to
I want
do,
to do,
and
and
y'all will be
y'all will be
alright.
out. Mm-mm.
And the
And the
thing
thing
is,
is,
I
I
won't even
won't
say
even
it's
say
just
it's
two
two
grown
grown
women,
women,
grown
grown
people
people,
that's
that's
children
children
and
and
adults
adults
or
or
parents.
parents.
They can't
They can't
live under
live
the
under
same
the
roof.
same roof. Not once they hit a certain age, and then to me, if you can say I'm grown, then be grown
All the way.
all the way. All the way. Be grown all the way. I don't see how people are out here stressing and damn near about to have strokes and stuff over here about these kids. I just don't, because I'm gonna tell you, I have a simple thing that I took a page out of Monique's book. And sometimes what Monique said,
Fuck them
fuck them
kids.
kids. Yes, because they will drive you crazy. Okay, so when I'm saying
But
about,
then
but
they'll
then
try
they'll
to make
try to
it
make
seem
it
like
seem
it's
like
your
it's your
fault. They'll
fault.
try
They'll
to
try to
guilt
guilt
trip
trip
you.
you. That's guilt
Oh,
parenting.
you
Oh, you
abandoned
abandoned
me.
me.
You
You
left
left
me.
me.
You
You
put me
put me
out. You
out. You
did this.
did
You
this. You
did
did
this,
this.
and
And
this
this
is
is
why
why
my
my
life
life
turned out
turned
this
out this
way.
way. Yes.
No,
No. Yes.
you wanted to
You
be
wanted to be
grown.
grown. That's
You
called
didn't
You
want to
didn't want to
listen.
shaming. Mom
You
shaming.
wanted
You
to
wanted to
pop your
pop your
own
own
shit.
shit. Yes. Dad
So
shaming.
since
So
that's
since
what you
that's what
want
you
to
want
do,
to do,
then do it
do it
outside my
outside my
door.
door. Now, I'm gonna ask you, since you just said that guilt trip, are we supposed to feel bad because you're saying I don't want them to struggle like I did? I don't think that's part of struggling. If
said
you that? I'm just asking you. That's part of guilt parenting. A lot of parents be saying, "I don't want my kids to struggle like I did."
Oh
yeah. So then that's where that part comes in, the guilt tripping. So if you're gonna guilt trip, to me, I see that as being mom shaming, dad shaming. I think sometimes we may have lived our life. We may was raised different because we can speak on this now. We were raised different from how we raise our kids now. And one thing I know that's different, I don't know about y'all house, but I'm gonna speak on mine, is that I want them to be able to talk to me, to be free, to have conversation, say how they feel, respectfully. Okay, that's the number one thing, respectfully. However, at the same time, no matter where you go, even if it's in my house or your own house, because you go get your own house, you go get an apartment, guess what? You still gonna have rules to follow. So why you don't act like you already know how to follow the rules here? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could continue to live here. I think the reason why parents have to break away and people be wanting to leave the nest is because on one hand, parents are doing the most, but then on the other side, kids be doing the most too. Okay, and they take advantage of the situation. So,
um Life's
Life's
Joy
Joy
says,
says,
not
not
under
under
our
our
roof.
roof.
The
The
first
first
time the
time the
disrespect
disrespect
happens,
happens,
we
we
shut your
shut your
ass
ass
out,
out,
lock or
lock or
change.
change.
They
They
grown, you can
grown,
take
and
your
take your
ass, you
ass,
can
you
take
can
us to
take us to
court,
court,
period.
period.
Mary
Mary
Hall
Hall
said,
said,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
this.
this.
If you're
If you're
18
18
years
years
old,
old,
take care
take
of your
care of
own
your own
self.
self.
You
You
cannot
cannot
return
return
home if
home
you
if
feel
you
like
feel
you're
like you're
grown.
grown. And that's how it should be. If you feel like you're
Exactly.
grown, you should not return home. Hey, mama.
Hey,
Hey,
mom.
mom.
Lifejoy
Lifejoy
also
also
says,
says,
see, if you
see, if you
did
did
that at
that
their
at their
apartment,
apartment,
they
they
want
want
respect.
respect.
Too many
Too many
parents
parents
drop the
drop the
ball when
ball when
these
these
kids get
kids
out
get
of
out of
line,
line,
making
making
excuses for
excuses for
them.
them. True. True.
I
I
agree
agree
because a
because
lot
a
of
lot of
times
times
some of their
some of their
behavior
behavior
is
is
unchecked
unchecked
behavior
behavior
from when they
from
was
when they was
younger.
younger. Mm-hmm.
You let
You
it
let
slide so
slide
many
so many
times. Now
times.
they
Now
think
they
it's
think it's
okay for
okay
you to
for you
talk
to
any
talk
kind
any
of
kind of
way.
way.
I know
I
for
know for
mine,
mine.
don't get
Don't get
busted in your
busted in your
shit.
shit. Oh, we know. We know.
I'm not
I'm
the
not the
one, the
one,
two,
the
or the
two, or
three.
three. And you ain't got multiple choice to be fucking around with me.
Oh,
Period. Oh,
period.
period.
So
So,
yeah, we're
yeah,
not
we're not
doing that.
doing that.
So we're
So
gonna
we gonna
check it.
check it.
That's
That's
anywhere.
anywhere.
Even at
Even at
work.
work.
If people
If
are
people are
doing
doing
things
things
that
that
managers don't
managers don't
like,
like,
it's
it's
unchecked
unchecked
behavior that
behavior
has
that has
gone
gone
unchecked for
unchecked for
years.
years.
So now
So
they
now
think
they
that
think that
they've
they've
normalized it
normalized
and
it
think
and
it's
think it's
okay,
okay,
and then it
and then
becomes
it
an
becomes an
issue. But
issue.
now
But
you
now
want to
you want to
address it
address it
after the
after the
fact.
fact.
It needs
It
to be
needs to be
checked
checked
initially.
initially.
This is
This is
what the
what the
rules
rules
are.
are.
We're gonna
We're
lay
gonna
it
lay it
down. And
down.
I
And
know
I
a
know
lot
a
of
lot of
people who
people who
have
have
girls
girls
as
as
children.
children.
The
The
world is
world
so
is so
warped right
warped right
now with
now
so
with so
much
much
trafficking
trafficking I
and
know.
people get
Women
women
getting
getting snatched up
snatched
and
up and
stuff. So
stuff.
you
So you
want to
want to
coddle them
coddle
and you
them, you
want to
want to
protect them,
protect
but
them, but
it's
it's
like,
like,
okay,
okay,
once you
once you
start
start
smelling your
smelling your
muscle, like
muscle,
my
like my
grandma
grandma
say,
said, yep,
you need to
you
go
need to go
on
now. Yeah, yeah, you need to go on.
because
Because
you're not
you're
gonna
not
just
gonna
do
just
what you
do
want
what
to
you want to
do
do
and think
and
it's
think it's
okay.
okay.
It's
It's
okay to
okay to
say,
say,
I'm gonna do
I'm gonna
this,
do
but I'm
this,
gonna
but I'm gonna
still
still
respect your
respect your
house.
house. Yes.
But if you
But if you
can't
can't
respect my
respect my
house
house
and you
and you
still think
still
you're
think
gonna do
you're
what you
gonna do
want
what
to
you
do,
want to do,
mm-mm.
mm-mm. Life Joy says some of these parents are very needy upon their own kids as well. So they enable their kids' bad behavior. I agree with that as well. Because this is the thing. I'm going to just use myself for an example. Now, our children have been raised in a two-parent home. Okay, they know how to clean. They know the expectations of our house. Mr. Clean lives under our roof. In case y'all didn't know, he actually resides here. He does. So when I say they know the expectations, they don't grow up with the expectations, and just because you get grown, that doesn't mean the expectations are no longer there. Like leaving your room unkept and untidy and stuff like that, that's unacceptable. But when I go off about it or he go off about it, then we in the wrong. Why are we yelling? Oh, I work. Well, I work too. And I still got to maintain and keep my house clean. So I don't want to hear excuses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it gets to a point that once they get a certain age, if they don't want to follow the expectations that they've already been raised, trained up, and all of that to do, then to me, I think this is when a decision needs to be made. Sometimes it could be the kid. In our case, it was me that said, okay, it was time for me to leave my mama's house. Okay. Packed up my stuff and moved my ass to Hawaii and ain't looked back. Okay. And the reason being too, I said I was grown. I had a daughter. So guess what? Buck up, put your big girl panties on, and do you got doggone thing, okay?
But
That's
what
what
it's
it's
supposed to
supposed to
be.
be.
You
You
raise your
raise your
children,
children.
you give
You
them the
give them the
tools
tools
necessary to
necessary
be
to be
successful
successful
in
in
life.
life.
And a
And
lot
a
of
lot of
people
people
raise
raise
their
their
children the
children the
right
right
way.
way.
Yes.
But then
But then
sometimes
sometimes
they
they
get out
get
in the
out in the
world,
world,
they
they
hear
hear
this
this
over
over
here,
here,
somebody
somebody
convinced them
convinced
to
them
do
to
this
do this
over
over
there.
there.
They want to
They
be
want to be
outside.
outside.
They want to
They
be
want to be
hood.
hood.
So
So
sometimes it's
sometimes
not
it's
even
not
the
even the
parents'
parents'
fault.
fault.
So
So
don't feel
don't
like
feel like
we're
we're
parent
parent
shaming.
shaming.
No.
Sometimes the
Sometimes the
kids want
kids
to
want to
be what
be
they
what
want to
they want to
be,
be,
and
and
sometimes
sometimes
it's
it's
not
not
what
what
you've
you've
instilled in
instilled in
them.
them.
It's the
It's the
company that
company
they're
that they're
keeping.
keeping.
I agree with that. I totally do
So
agree
if
So
with
they
if they
that.
hanging
hanging
with
with
no
no
good
good
people that
people that
talk
talk
crazy to
crazy
their
to their
parents,
parents,
then they
then
gonna
they
come
gonna
home
come
and
home
think
and
they
think
can
they
do
can
that
do
too.
that too.
True.
And then
And
when
then
they
when
get
they get
busting
busting
their
their
shit,
shit,
then they
then
gonna
they gonna
realize
realize
that
that
I
I
tried the
tried the
wrong one.
wrong one.
I tried the wrong one. Exactly. Okay. So it brings it back to also thinking adult kids, they prefer they expect comfort over responsibility. You feel me? Are you feeling me? You want to live comfortably. You want to be in a clean house. You want to be in, when you flick the lights come on, okay? But then you don't want the responsibility of helping pay these things, okay? Last time I checked, when I was growing up, child, my mama taught us real early how to pay some doggone bills. Do you hear me? Can you testify? Testify, sister. Mama on here,
She
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 did
know.
did
She taught us how to pay bills early. The
how
first
to
bill
how to
I
clean,
ever,
clean,
how to
how to
clean.
how
do
to do
whatever
whatever
needed to be
needed to be
done.
done.
When I tell
But
you,
that's
That's
why we
why
are
we
the
are the
success that
success
we
that
are
we are
today.
today.
it is because she did not play and she did it by herself under her own roof. And she had our ass in order. Do you hear me? We was scared of her. All right. And sometimes I think that is some of the things that today's children, they don't have no fear. I mean, do you see all the kids cussing their parents out on doggone social media, on lives and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, you couldn't have been Rose daughter.
celebrities
Celebrities
all
all
time.
time.
Yes, you couldn't have been Rose daughter. I'm gonna go ahead. You can't be
Because the
mine
Because
thing
the
either.
thing
is,
is,
those
those
celebrities are
celebrities are
taking care of
taking
their
care of their
kids,
kids,
giving them
giving them
money,
money,
giving them
giving them
everything they
everything they
got,
got,
and then
and
they
then they
still
still
unappreciative,
unappreciative,
ungrateful.
ungrateful.
It's
It's
like
like
I don't
I
think
don't think
necessarily you
necessarily
need
you
to
need to
struggle
struggle
to
to
understand
understand
respect,
respect,
but
but
I
I
think
think
a lot of
a lot
times
of
with
times
those
with those
celebrities,
celebrities,
they
they
aren't
aren't
necessarily
necessarily
in their
in their
child
child
life
life
Yep.
uh,
uh,
fully
fully
because they're
because they're
so
so
enthralled
enthralled
in
in
their
their
career.
career.
So
So
it's kind of
it's kind of
hard for
hard
them
for them
to
to
give the
give the
time
time
that they
that they
need. And
need. And
that's
that's
where
where
I
I
always
always
felt some
felt
type
some
of
type
way
of way
because
because
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
sometimes
sometimes
children
children
grow up
grew
to
up to
resent their
resent their
parents
parents
True.
because
because
you
you
think
think
that
that
you're
you're
doing
doing
everything
everything
you
you
can
can
do
do
to
to
make
make
sure
sure
that
that
they're
they're
taken
taken
care of
care
and
of
they
and they
have
have
what
what
you
you
might
might
not have
not have
had
had
when
when
you were
you were
growing
growing
up.
up.
And
And
you
you
watch
watch
these
these
IG
TV
shows and
shows,
these
and these
kids be
kids be
like, oh,
like,
well,
"Oh,
you
well, you
weren't
weren't
there,
there,"
and this,
and
that,
this,
and the
that, and the
third.
third.
And I
And
know
I know
I
I
work.
work.
So
So
I've
I've
always felt
always
like,
felt like,
okay, well,
okay,
I
well,
don't
I
want
don't
my
want my
son to
son to
resent me
resent me
because
because
I'm
I'm
always
always
working,
working,
even
even
though
though
it's for
it's for
him.
him.
He
He
might just
might
want
just
my
want my
time.
time.
Yeah.
However,
However,
comma,
comma,
everybody at
everybody at
school,
school,
everybody at
everybody at
church,
church,
and
and
anybody know
anybody
me,
know me,
clocks the
clocks the
T
T.
that
That
he is
he is
respectful,
respectful,
he
he
has
has
manners,
manners,
he
he
knows that
knows that
manners
manners
matter,
matter,
and he's
and
not
he's
gonna
not
try
gonna try
nobody
nobody
without
without
getting a
getting a
bust
bust
lip.
lip.
For
For
real,
real,
like they be
like they
like,
be
"Your
like, "Your
son is
son is
so."
so."
Like even
Like
when I
even when I
drop him off
drop
to
him off to
school,
school,
he give
he
me a
give me a
hug, he
hug,
kiss
he
me,
kiss
and his
me, and his
principal be
principal be
like,
like,
"I'm
"I'm
so
so
proud of
proud
him
of him
because
because
the other
the other
kids I
kids
see,
I
they
see, they
just be
just be
shushing their
shushing their
parents
parents
off."
off."
I
Cause
said,
I
"He
said,
they
"He
ain't
gonna
be,
do that."
cause they be feeling embarrassed, or they be feeling shame, or that's not cool to do that. But when did it become cool not to show love?
exactly."
Exactly.
I
I
said, "If
said,
I
if
was
I
your
was your
mama,
mama,
you
you
would
would
too."
too.
You
So,
You
stay up
stay up
under
under
me,
me.
so
So
yeah.
yeah.
well, I know that he gonna be a mom. But I feel for the woman that come in his life. I do. I feel for the woman that come in his life because,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. See, you already know. I'm glad you can be honest and say yeah. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna read some comments right quick. Shondella said, they didn't because mine wouldn't have made it this far. I tell my sons I have your back, but if you can't take care of your front, I think I got what she said. If you can't take care of your front, how can I have your back? You feel me? Okay. Tanita said that's why you have to set expectations for your kids before they're 18 with getting a job. I agree. Chores. Yes. Having a bank account. Yes. Making them earn their own money for things and not buying them everything. I agree with all of that too. Okay. Tina said, yes, some of the parents are needing their children, but don't mean that they have to stay in my house. I'm lost, Miss Tina. Did you catch that?
I think
I
she
think
trying
she's
to say
trying to say
like
like
they
they
might help
might
their
help their
children, but that
children,
don't
but that don't
necessarily
necessarily
me
me
trying to help
trying to
them
help
don't
them
mean
don't
that I
mean that
have
I
to
have to
keep them
keep
in my
them in my
house.
house.
Oh yeah,
I can
I
help
can
them
help
absolutely.
them
from
from
afar.
afar.
From a distance. Yeah, from a distance. She said, "Beauty, you know a Sag can take it there from 0 to 1,000 real quick."
Real
Okay.
Real
quick.
quick.
Miss my sister's keeper, she said, I left because I'm sickly and stress kills. You ain't lying, girl.
Okay.
Okay. She said, I left on Easter Sunday. You ain't been back. Have you been back? That Easter Sunday, that was on
That
Thursday.
was on
That
the
was on the
5th.
fifth.
The 5th, April 5th. So she said she been gone from her house since the 5th. Okay. Tina said, yes, what you're not going to do is disrespect my house at all. That's my thing. I don't like the disrespect. I don't. And the disrespect can be of several things. It could be not doing simple things that I'm asking of you, such as when you see dishes in the sink. I don't care if you ain't put the dishes in the sink. I ain't even asking you to wash them, but could you put them in the dishwasher? Could you start that thing up? Okay. If your room ain't clean, if your bathroom's not clean, if you see that we need to dust around the house, like what's wrong with like helping do those type of things? Because you live here, right? It's called upkeep,
Upkeep,
maintenance.
but
But
do it
do it
without me
without me
having to
having
tell
to tell
you to
you
do
to
it.
do it.
That's the number one thing that I be asking about. Why do I have to say something when you already know it? All right, you already know.
And if you
Like
know
And
you
you know
don't
you
want to
don't
hear
want
my
to hear my
mouth,
mouth.
do
do
it.
what you got to do. You don't have to hear my mouth. Because I tell you, I ain't never want to hear my mama mouth.
I don't
I
know,
don't know
baby.
that.
If you already know that you're going to ask her to go somewhere or do something, you already knew the expectation. And that was to make sure that her house was clean. My sisters was orderly and took baths and stuff. And then you can go somewhere. And sometimes you could do them things and she still would say, you ain't going nowhere. Okay?
Period.
Period.
Okay, so
Like Joy
Like
said,
Joy
and we're
said, and
not
we're
there
not there
hitting
hitting
ATMs
ATMs
either.
either. You work,
We
you
help pay
help pay
bills,
bills,
and
and
help keep
help
the
keep the
house
house
clean.
clean.
exactly. When it comes to us raising my niece, she said, yes, we laid down the rules. She thought she was smarter. We put her out and changed the locks the same day and took the car too. The next day, it was different. How's it different? Was she responding different? Was she like, I think I messed up. I changed my mind. I think I need my car. I think I need my car. And I think I need them keys back to the house. Because it's hard out here in these streets when you're trying to get
They
money
don't
for
know
the
until they
rent.
know.
They don't know until they know. Okay? My mama was the truth. I can't say I could take that away from her because I'm trying to instill the same things. I'm just trying to take a different approach to it. And I feel like I said, I have peace and I have pressure. I have peace. I love both of them. At the same time, I feel like I got to put the pressure because I've had to put pressure on both of them for them to get where they are today. And let me shut up. Safe space.
Life justice, some fears should be brought back because
Because
it'll
it'll
make them
make them
better
better
adults.
adults. It will be.
I
I
think,
think you say
yes,
no.
they should
They should
have
have
slight
slight
fear,
fear,
but I
but I
think
think
it's the
it's the
village
village
concept
concept
because we've
because
gotten
we've
away
gotten
from
away
it.
from it. Mm-hmm.
I
I
know
know
back in the
back in the
day we
day
used
we used
to
to
have
have
castles,
cattle,
but
but
not
not
every
every
day.
day.
Now
Now
these
these
days,
days,
children are
children are
very
very
disrespectful.
disrespectful.
They're
They're
very
very
disrespectful,
disrespectful,
and
and
then
then
they
they
tell their
tell their
parents,
parent,
the
the
teacher or
teacher
the
or the
principal.
principal.
The
The
parents
parents
know these
know
kids
these
are
kids are
disrespectful, which
disrespectful,
is
which
why
is why
they
they
be
be
glad that
glad
they
that they
off
off
at
at
school.
school.
But then you
But then you
come to the
come to the
school
school
defending
defending
them and
them and
trying to
trying to
be
be
rowdy
rowdy
with
with
the
the
teacher
teacher
when you
when
know
you
your
know your
kid
kid
bad as
bad as
fuck.
fuck. Exactly. Exactly.
So
So
now they
now they
see
see
you
you
doing that
doing
in
that
front
in
of
front of
the
the
child.
child. Yes.
So they
So
think
they
it's
think it's
okay. Oh,
okay.
my
Oh, my
mama, so
mama,
I
so
can
I
do what
can
I
do what
want to
I
do
want to
because
do
my
because my
mama never
mama
gonna
never
come
gonna
up
come
here
up
and she
here.
gonna
She gonna
show
show
why.
why. Yep.
Excuse you.
Excuse you. Yes.
This is
This
why
is
I
why
said
I
I
said
never
I
wanted to
never
be a
wanted to be a
teacher
teacher
because I
because
said
I said
I'm
I'm
short,
short,
and I
and
know
I know
people would have
people would
thought
have
that I
thought that
was
I was
on a
on a
level,
level,
and I
and
would
I
have
would
had to
have had to
bust
bust
somebody in their
somebody in
face,
their face,
and I ain't
and
want
I
to
ain't
hit
want to hit
nobody's
nobody's
kid.
kid.
So I
So I
needed to
needed to
stay
stay
in a
in your
position
position
where I
where
did
I
not
did
have
not
to
have to
deal
deal
with out of
with out of
order
order
children.
children. Yes.
Because it's
Because it's
crazy.
crazy.
Um,
Um,
they say
they
it's
say it's
because
because
parents are
parents are
trying to be
trying to
their
be their
kids'
kids'
friends and
friends
not
and
their
not their
parents.
parent. I've always felt like when mine was growing up, I'm going to be their mother first. That was top priority. And I told them I have the rest of their lives to be their friend if I choose to be. Okay. And I can honestly say I do have a friendship with my daughters. I feel like I have a friendship also with my mother. I be telling her that I'm your friend now. I'm your daughter, but I'm also your friend. Okay. So you have a friend in me. But I think when you're raising them, when they coming up, they can't see you as a homegirl or a homeboy. They can't. They have to know that there's a clear line that I am the parent and you are the child.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure they stay in that place. Because as soon as I think the boundary is crossed, that's where you just messed up. Okay? She right. Clay, some of my teachers quitting their jobs big time because they don't want to do this stuff. They're getting tired of these kids.
And the
And
parents.
parents. Yes, I would be getting tired of the kids and the parents too.
Because
Okay?
my
Because my
thing
thing
is,
is,
it's a
it's
lot
a
of
lot of
kids
kids
raising
raising
kids,
kids,
but it's
but it's
some
some
unfit
unfit
adults
adults
raising
raising
kids
kids
too.
too. She said your sorry, Michi. I'm sorry, Demetrius. She said your sound is giving back some feedback. Okay. Okay. So
Still
okay,
doing
still
it.
doing it? She'll let us know in a minute. Let us know if it's still doing it. What were you saying?
I
I
said,
said,
I lost
girl,
my
I lost
train of
my train
thought.
of thought. I'm so sorry. I hate doing that to people. I do. So just until you get your thought back, Life Joy said niece, she realized that no friends were going to take her in. So we had no issues. Now she's grown on her own, about to be a mother herself. See, all it took was doing the action, changing the locks, take keys to the car, and the next day it was different because, like you said, this is when you truly find out who your friends are too. Because your parents say you gotta go because you don't want to follow rules. Who gonna take you in?
I ain't
I ain't
sleeping on the
sleeping on
floor
the
for
floor for
nobody.
nobody. The way my back set up at this age, I feel like if I'm sleeping on the floor at a young age, I'd be jacked up. Do you hear me? I would be jacked up. Okay. She said it's good now.
Okay.
Okay. So I have a question for the chat. How many of you do your kids still live with you? Yes or no? Do your kids still live with you? Yes or no? Okay. Some parents are afraid to correct these kids because they think the kids won't love them. I ain't afraid to course correct. I'm not afraid. I'm not. And I'm
No, I think they
they
scared the police gonna call. They gonna call the police.
huh?
They probably scared they gonna call the people on them.
Possibly. But these are adult children we talking about now. So how we scared the people? They gonna call the people on us? Call the popo on me. Call them. Okay, Clay said no. Life Joy said empty nesters now. Hubbard said yes. When his baby mom and him get into it, he back at home. Okay. Who paying the bills? You or them? That's the question. You or them? You just said my adult son, yes. My adult daughter, no. So she got one in and one out. Okay. But who paying the bills? I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. Some of us didn't raise kids. We raised permanent house guests with opinions, okay, and thinking they have rights. That's what we raised. Permanent house guests, okay. Hubbard said my daughters are on their own, and the 23-year-old had to go live with her dad. I pay all the bills, and she didn't want to help me, so she gotta go. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more. Cause it's hard out here. I'm sorry. And any parent that feels guilty, I hate to see this conversation pop up on social media. Why you put your kids out? Why your kids gotta leave? That's the black family thing that when a kid turn 18, they gotta go, they gotta get out. I never said that. Never said my kids gotta leave when they turn 18. I do think there should be an expiration date though. I do. I mean, you want them to leave on their own. I left on my own. You left on your own too, correct?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah, I
that
mean
should
that
be
should
the
be the expectation. That should
expectation
be the
for you to
expectation
leave.
for you to leave when you're ready to spread your wings and fly. Okay?
I don't
I
know
don't know
about when
about
you
when you
ready.
ready.
I
I
say
say
when you
when
turn
you turn
18, you
18,
should be
you should be
figuring shit
figuring
out.
shit out.
You should be
You should be
figuring out
figuring
before
out
then,
before
but
then. You should. You should.
you should be
You should be
trying to.
trying
I
to. I
mean, it's too
mean, it's
much
too much
technology
technology
now
now
for you
for
not
you
to have
not
a
to have a
plan.
plan. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I got some scenarios for y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all it's four types of grown adult children out here. It's four types of adolescents adults. I did my research, okay?
But
But
before you
before
say
you
that,
say that,
Life
Life
Joy
Joy
said,
said,
I have a
I have a
friend
friend
raising her
raising her
grandkids.
grandkids.
Her
Her
grown
grown
son
son
lives
lives
there,
there,
and his
and his
girlfriend too,
girlfriend too,
and a
and a
baby.
baby.
Pays no
Pays no
bills,
bills,
and now
and
new
now new
baby on the
baby on the
way.
way. Not good.
That is a
That's a
negative.
negative. That's a negative, a whole negative, okay? Her said she left at 15. Straight, and then Chandela said straight after high school she was out. Alberta said I didn't leave. My mom left us. Ooh, see that hit different. You'll never know people's situations. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. Ms. Dion said mine left on their own. Ready or not, they're making it. At times they ask for help. Is there a limit for the help? Absolutely. I think there is a limit. Okay. But are y'all ready to hear these four types of grown adult, adolescent adults? One of them is called the boomerang child. Okay, they move out, fail, come back, and repeat the cycle. That is the boomerang child. How many times is too many times for the boomerang child? That's what I'm gonna ask y'all right now. Okay. Auntie Joy say we were given a deadline,
One
graduate
time.
from high school. Yeah, I think one time. One time. Get a job or go to college. That's all. That was always our rule too. Go to college or get a job. Long as you work, as long as you are in school, you good. But when you ain't one of them things, we have a problem. Okay. Tanita said, my son does pay bills and he is very responsible. He is not a mommy's boy, and he already know his mama will go off on his ass if he get out of line. Child, I done witnessed it, child. And they a house full of tall people over there, Demetrius. Okay? Tall people. So you could catch these hands. Okay? Catch these hands. Yeah, I think one is enough. To me, I think one is the limit. That's how many times is too many. Once you leave, your intention should be not to come back. I understand people may fall on hard times, things may come up, something may happen. A lot of times women end up coming back home because they done got with the wrong men, and it could be domestic violence issues and stuff like that. I understand things like that. However, at the same time, if you're not in any of them scenarios and you are healthy, well, and able, I think you need to have a plan in place. Okay. So, to me, the solution for the boomerang child is the reentry rules. You got to have a timeline, expectations, rent, or responsibilities. One of them three things got to happen, and there's no regression. They don't come back as a child. You need to come back, but you're not coming back to childhood. You coming back as a grown ass person. Mary Hall said, I enjoy living my life and taking care of my kids. I have four. I didn't never put them out. She didn't. We could testify she didn't. They went out on their own, and that's it. But times ain't easy. And what? And that is, I don't understand that last part Mama was trying to say. Um, One time. Yeah, one time. That's what you got. One
Miss
time.
Williams now said,
mine
mine
left
left
on
on
their
their
own,
own,
really or
really or
not,
not,
but
but
they
they
making
making
it.
it.
But at
But at
times they
times they
ask for
ask for
help.
help.
Is there a
Is there a
limit for the
limit for the
help?
help?
I think there should be a limit for the help too. I do. Because if you're gonna always be bailing them out, that's part of enabling. That's not part of letting them go through it. Because sometimes I could ask for help. That don't mean I got it. I had to figure it out. I had to figure it out. That means
And
you
you
got
You
to.
grow in
grow
the
in the
figuring
figuring
out
out
You do. You grow through
process.
it.
process.
That may mean no shopping. That may mean we on a strict budget when we go to the grocery store. We getting ramen noodles. We gonna make it do what it do. Okay. Clay said, does the American dream still exist to make you want to go to college in 2026? Not me.
Nope.
No,
Not me. I think college is all a business. It is just a money catch. That's my opinion. It's my
It's
opinion.
paper
it's
and
full of
shit.
shit.
You go to school for all these years, pay all this money, and then most times
Can't
people
Can't
find a
find a
job.
job.
can't find a job in the field that you went. So you were actually out here doing something completely different. Okay.
I can
I can
attest.
attest.
Mama said kids don't want to listen these days, so they have to figure out the hard way, do the time, or go to jail. And then I'm gonna let your ass sit there because you're grown. That's spoken from experience. She always told us if we went to jail, we was gonna sit there. And I ain't gonna lie, I think I'd have been safer in jail. I'd have been safer in jail. But see, that's the thing. She didn't allow us to do so many things. So, in so many words, she protected us. She never let us go shopping with friends. Wasn't all this spending the night shit. Wasn't all this hanging out. She didn't do that. Yet at the same time, I understand why. Because even my daughters, I wasn't that type of mother either. Let them spend the night at other people's house. Because first of all, I don't know who creeping on the floor around at your house. You know what I'm saying? On
On
period.
Oh,
period.
On
period.
period. Okay. And then second, to me, I do feel like the company that kids keep, they actually they soak up that energy. In this day and time, you have to be a strong individual that has some strong morals and values about yourself, because you are being influenced every day, every minute,
Every day.
every day, every minute from this device right here called a phone. You are being influenced. So you have to have a strong mindset. You have to have a strong backbone. But everybody just want to do what they see everybody doing. I ain't never been.
You have to have discernment.
Yes, you gotta have discernment. Okay.
Because just because I talk to you over here, that don't mean I'm gonna bring you in my personal life. Like you said, what you said, if I ain't never invited you to my house, what?
You're not my friend.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cheers.
Girl, because when I say it was a girl at my job who was so salty. So you done had 3 events and you ain't invited me to neither one.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not entitled to or obligated to invite you anywhere.
I can
I
talk to
can
you
talk to
about
you about
business
business
all
all
day
day
long.
long.
But when it
But
comes to
when it
my
comes to my
personal life,
personal life,
I don't have
I don't
to
have to invite you into it.
No, you
If I
don't.
don't like how you move,
I don't
I
bring
don't
certain
bring
types
certain
of
types of
energy into
energy
my
into
space.
my space.
So
No.
So
again,
again,
I can be
I can be
cordial,
cordial,
give you
give you
business
business
advice
advice
all day
all
long.
day long.
But when
But
it
when
comes
it
to
comes to
outside of
outside of
those
those
walls of the
walls of the
job,
job,
I don't have to
I don't have
invite
to
you to a
invite you to a
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Correct. So to me, you have to protect your peace, protect who you are, because I'm sorry, people, birds of a feather who flock together, people think
Exactly.
everybody is the same. So if you hang around with a bunch of hoes, everybody gonna think you a hoe. If you
That
hang
part
That
around with
part
a
too.
too.
bunch
And
of
if I
And if
don't
bums,
I don't
like
like
somebody
somebody
that you
that you
hang
hang
around,
around,
that part
yeah,
too.
because
yeah,
what
because
you're
what
not
you're
gonna
not gonna
do
do
is be
is
talking
be
about
talking about
me
me
with that
with
person
that
that I don't
person that
like
I don't
either.
like either.
So no.
So
Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
Stay your ass
Stay
where
your
you
ass
at
where you at
and be
Mrs.
and be
mad.
mad.
And they gonna be mad, okay? They are, but they'll get over it. They will. Mrs. Williams said, I can understand it's tough out there, especially these days. But at some point, you need a better plan that doesn't include me helping with money or anything else.
Period.
Period.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay? You can go ahead and read the next.
Life choice
Life
said
choice said
because of the
because of the
economy,
economy,
many
many
families are
families
coming
are
back
coming back
together.
together.
However, there
However,
should be
there
a
should be
time
a
limit
time
too.
limit too.
I agree with that. Miss Janet said, I have two sons and they damn well know the drill. Okay.
Okay.
Once is enough. Once is not the she did that, okay? She did it. Um, she said I would put it in a contract with a notary. Yes, because that's how that becomes a binding contract, a document. Yes, that's what I would do. But some people don't be thinking like that all the time, okay? Miss Alberta said she don't mind her daughters being home because we respect each other. They are both on their own. But if they needed to come back, I don't mind. They are very respectful and doing very well. That is awesome. That's what I like to hear. Okay? Steph, I agree. Our parents gave tough love. They gave us tough love beyond measure. Okay? Like I said, my mom, we had a dishwasher. And she said, I ain't got to run that machine. I got four of y'all. Four dishwashers.
And I feel
And
the
I
same
feel the
way.
same way.
What? You don't
I
gotta
don't
run
want
your
I
you to
don't
put
want to
dishwasher?
no.
put no.
You ain't
You
washing
ain't
no
washing no
dishes in the
dishes in the
dishwasher. You
dishwasher.
better
You
wash them
better
with your
wash them with
damn
your
hands.
damn hands.
I use my dishwasher.
Listen,
Listen,
girl.
girl,
The other
the
day,
other
Mari
day,
about
Mari
pissed
about
me
pissed
off.
me off.
He
He
throwing
throwing
bowls and stuff
bowls and
away that
stuff
he
away
had
that
in his
he had in
room
his
that should
room that
not have
should
been in
not
there
have
in the
been in there
first
in the
place.
first place.
Oh, I saw it when you had flashed the room.
And
I
I
was
told
And I
him
like,
to
told
take
oh
him
that
to take
shit
that
my.
shit
downstairs,
downstairs
and you gonna
and you gonna
scrape
scrape
whatever's in it
whatever's in
out,
it out
and then you're
and
gonna
then you're
wash
gonna
it
wash it
with your
with
hands.
your
He
hands.
was like, but
He's like, but
it's only looking
it's
like
only
that
looking
because
like
you
that
let it
because you
get
let
like
it get
that.
like that.
So get it
So get it
together
together
and go wash
and
them
go wash
bowls,
them bowls.
girl.
Girl,
I'm like,
I'm like,
I'm sitting here
I'm sitting
wondering
here
where my
wondering where my
bowls
bowls
going.
going.
And
They
that's because your
And that's
ass
because
disappeared.
your
throwing
ass
shit
throwing
away.
shit
You
away.
ain't
You
paid for
ain't
not
paid for
damn
not
bowl.
damn bowl.
I
Listen,
don't
I'm
care
gonna
if
I
that
tell
don't
was
care if they was
50%.
50%.
I'm gonna tell you what be disappearing in our house, even to this day. It ain't me and James, okay? Forks and spoons. Where they
Girl, that's
go?
Girl, that's
everybody's house.
everybody's house.
Where do the forks and spoons go? want to know. Are y'all having the forks, spoons go missing? Forks, spoons, glasses. That's why I use everything ceramic glass we use so I can make sure ain't nothing missing in action. Okay. Hubba said she is done paying for her son attorney. Okay. Miss Dion said, that's me. I feel bad if I don't help. I've been trying to do better. I don't feel bad. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that is a form of enabling. It's a form. I'm going to tell you. Where there's a will, there's a way.
And
I ain't going to be
famous prophet Steve.
Go ahead and tell him what Steve said. What is that?
To help a broke person is not to become one.
Okay, y'all ready for the second type of adult child? The second one is called the financial drainer. Okay, the financial drainer. Always asking for money, never stable. That's them. So do you give money or do you cut it off? I'm asking y'all a real I'm asking y'all a real question, okay? My mother said that is so true. Once you leave home and if you decide to come back, you got to have some responsibilities once you come home. I will never leave my kids homeless on the streets. We know you won't, Mama. We know you won't. Hey, Dad! Papa said, my children didn't stay anywhere because I'm afraid of molestation. That's what I'm saying. And I followed that rule. I definitely pulled that page out of my mama book, okay? They do need discipline. They shouldn't be around everyone either. Well, sometimes you can't help when they grown, you can't help who they're around because you don't know who they're around. Think about that, okay? She said strong morals and values are not losing your kids or
Tossing.
I'm sorry. Strong morals and values are not tossing your kid to the streets at 18. I didn't say 18. I'm talking about the big ages, over 18. When is it time to leave the nest? That's what I'm saying. When is it time? I think it's time when you want to do what you want to do and you don't want to do what I want you to do. And when I say do what I want you to do, it's the simple things that I ask of you to do around here just to help maintain. And if you can't do those things, then I think you should be on your own. Try going from paying $200 versus paying $1,500 for a one-bedroom apartment. Try that. That's a big difference, okay? And now you got to pay Wi-Fi, you got to pay cable, you got to pay light bills, water bills. All that shit gonna add up to more than $200. Do you feel me? Why are you smiling? Don't hump me. If you hump, you can help.
I'm laughing at this comment with this person aging whatever they tag name is coming from yes here you are online sharing all that dirty laundry, blocking this crap.
Well, block it because I'm not airing out any dirty laundry.
For those who have an issue, you are entitled to your opinion. But if you don't like it, keep scrolling.
Yeah, you can keep scrolling and going on to the next, okay? Because this is the difference. It's not about airing out dirty laundry. It's about this is a real silent epidemic. I did not realize so many mothers, and mainly mothers, because that is my demographic of women. A lot of us are going through this. It's not just one person. Sometimes I used to think it was just me. No, sometimes it's other people out here that's sharing in this atrocity too. You know what I'm saying? AJ, if you don't like it, you could exit stage left. Okay.
On period.
Tanu said that's the difference between leaders and followers. Okay. Hey, Ebony. She said, I have 4 forks and a million butter.
Exactly.
I mean, like, where do the forks and the spoons go, y'all? Okay. Tanita to my forks used to always go missing until I made my son buy a whole new silverware set. I know that's right. Once they buy some, they understand now. Okay. All right. The moderators is booting their ass up out of here. Okay. Okay, Miss Williams say I have the financial drainer. So let me ask you this. Do you give money or do you cut it off? I don't know where the silverware at, child. I'm still trying to find it. That is a ghost in my house, the silverware, okay? I didn't look back either. I left at 20 and I ain't looked back. My mama gave us bills, not just a bill. She gave us bills with an S, okay? Okay, AJ has left the room, y'all. Y'all say bye. Ebony said, I'm late, but these people have a choice to watch or not. They do. If it don't pop, let it fly. Okay? She said, you got to be very careful out there. Let your kids spend the night with outsiders, and you never know who is a molester. So be careful, ladies. You know, these are your kids. We have to protect them. I agree. Not that you're giving them a pre-kick out like me. Yes, yes, girl. I just, and she just handled it. You know, that was nice. That was real sweet. Okay? Miss Dion says she's been giving money, but it's to the point now I am done. Okay, so this is the solution to your financial drainer. Stop emergency funding them without accountability. Sometimes you gotta ask them, what did you do with your money when you had your money? Sometimes they just be making dumb decisions and they think that people are supposed to you can make the dumb decision, but then you can come back and you can ask other people to fix the problem that you done created. Are you with me? Because that's a financial drainer, okay? It's a financial drainer. And also offer structure instead of cash. Job leads, budgeting help them create a budget, help them figure out where their money going because you might be doing too much and don't even realize it. Because I'm gonna tell you, eating out all the time, that mess add up real quick, okay? And I'm going ahead and tell you, Ms. Dion, you are not a stimulus package. You are a mother. Okay? You are not a stimulus check. Now, let me ask you this. She said, hold up. She said, Des, I'm rubbing off on you. Okay? She said, trust me when you say, no, them jokers find a way. They just like to use you. They do. They do. Now, here is another type of kid. An adolescent adult, all right? The comfortable and unmotivated, okay? The comfortable and unmotivated. Living good and doing nothing, okay? How many of y'all got that particular adolescent adult in your house or you're dealing with that person? How many of y'all have the comfortable and unmotivated, okay? And this is my question for y'all. Are they working, trying, or just vibing off your Wi-Fi? That's a real question. Are they working, trying, or just vibing off your Wi-Fi? I am not gonna break my nail, okay? And it's not. She said, yes, girl, the budget, I helped them create one. I have no clue how you in the hole again. Listen, this generation be concerned about vapes. They be concerned about eating out all the time, running the streets.
It's being outside.
It's well, yeah, basically pretty much everything dealing with outside. Okay, outside. All right. She said, yes, girl, the budget I held. Okay. Mom said some parents take their kids out to eat too much instead of giving them healthy food. They need to stop it. Stop spoiling your kids. Let them stay children and stay being a mom. Sips water. Listen. How many of y'all have the comfortable and unmotivated child? That's what I'm asking y'all. Because I'm going to tell y'all, I got some solutions for that child too. Set contribution expectations. How much do you expect them to contribute to the household or contribute to something? They need to have a responsibility, okay? And then deadlines for growth. If you ain't in school, if you ain't working, and you ain't got a plan, that sounds like a you problem, okay? like I said, I am not for the mom shaming because I've given you the tools. I've taught you how to do these things. And if you're not applying them, then what else am I supposed to do? Just let you live off me? I'm just asking a real question. Life Joy said, child, that's my friend grown son, but she enables it, saying his dad was no good. Well, he's just like his dad, child. Well, my daddy was no good either, but do that mean I'm sitting around here being a no good ass mama too? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Ms. Williams said, I believe because they know I will help them. See, this is the thing. When you say it's a new day, you got to stand 10 toes down and you have to show them that it's a new day. Okay? Because every time you give in, you're enabling them. You're not teaching them what the word no means. And no matter what language you say it in, no still means no. Okay? It's a universal word that means the same. And to be honest, the word no is a complete sentence. Okay? Do we all agree? Do we all agree? So to me, once you start doing that, I'm sorry, y'all. Mr. James is over there listening. He watching the draft. So, child, you gonna hear "Let's go, hoorah." You gonna hear something like that, okay? Sorry, but you have to put 10 toes down and you have to stand on business. And if you say no, and if you say I'm not gonna be, I can be everything to you except a financial provider. I can encourage, I can motivate, I can teach you how to show you and help you come up with a budget plan. However, if you don't apply those things, then guess who it falls back on? You. Okay? It falls back on you. I can say I don't have that issue. I'm going to let them know like a TI is. Miss Janet ain't playing, honey. She ain't playing. It's very true. You have to set boundaries. And that's what we're talking about tonight. How to set those boundaries. I'm going to tell you, there's nothing wrong with saying no. Nothing. It's an answer. It's an answer. It's direct and it's an answer. And I don't care how many times somebody try to ask you something, you say no. No means no. Point blank on period, okay? Because at the end of the day, who's it going to hurt? You, if I tell you, yeah, but I know I really don't have it, or I'm having a situation, but I'm going to neglect my situation to help yours. No. So I'm not helping you because I'm enabling you once again to continue the bad behaviors that you keep doing. And then I'm also hurting myself too because now I don't put myself in a bind. Because I'm going to tell you this. Somebody taught me this lesson about 2 years ago, and this is true. If you can't give somebody or allow somebody to borrow some money with not the intent to get it back, don't do it. If they ask you, can I hold $500? And you say, all I can give you is $50. Well, that's not what I asked you for, but that's all I got to give, and I don't have to worry about getting it back. Then that's what I can give. You're going to have to find somebody else to get the other $450 from, okay? But if I'm telling you that I can give you $50 because that's not going to hurt me, and if you can't take that, then I'm sorry. You need to keep on moving because if you're going to be letting people borrow money all the time, and I'm talking about our kids, you're going to be letting them borrow money and they're not paying you back, you're setting them up for failure. You're setting them up for failure. You can work and enabling them further. Yes, you're enabling them further, okay? Because at this point, I feel like, if I keep giving it to you, well, I ain't got to worry about the girl. I'm just asking my mama for it. No, you won't. You won't. You won't. You won't. You won't. I don't think this is about airing out no dirty laundry. I think this is just real stuff that's happening right now for real. Okay? And it's called self-preservation. Say it one more time. Self-preservation. Self-preservation. That is what it is called. I have to make sure I'm good before I can make sure anybody else is good. Period. Because guess what? If I fall out, what good am I going to help you? You're not. I tell this older lady at my job all the time.
She be like, "Oh my Christmas, this and that." They always like she is
is
sickly,
sickly,
but not
but not
really.
really. Mm-hmm.
But she
But she
works really
works really
hard
hard
so she can
so
take
she
care of
can
her
take care of her
grown
grown
son
son
and her
and her
sister.
sister.
I said,
I said,
"Girl,
girl,
you
you
crying all the
crying all
time."
the time.
And my
And
thing
my
is,
thing is,
if you
if
fall
you
out
fall out
and something
and
happened to
something
you,
happened to
God
you, God
forbid,
forbid,
what are they gonna
what are they
do?
gonna do?
Because if they're
Because if
so
they're so
dependent on
dependent
you
on you
and you're no
and you're
longer
no longer
here,
here, what's gonna happen
now
then? Now
you
you
hurt
hurt
them
them
because
because
they
they
don't
don't
know
know
what
how
to
to
do
take
now.
care of themselves. They don't know how to take care of themselves. They
I
don't
said
know
you
how to
can't
take
be
care of
good for other
themselves. For other
people
people
if you're not
if
good
you're
for
not good for
yourself.
yourself.
You have to
You
make
have
sure
to make
you
sure
are
you
good
are good
first
first. Yes.
before you worry
Before you
about
worry about
anybody else.
anybody else. Self-preservation. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say this. I ain't sorry for what I'm about to say. I do feel like there comes a time when, as a parent, whether you're a mother or a father on here, I do feel that there comes a time where you have to realize that it's okay to choose to put you first over your children. It comes a time. You've had 18, 20 years to raise them, to put them first, to make sure they have everything that they need. However, it comes a time when you have to cut it off. I'm gonna tell y'all. I know this is a little TMI, but this breast right here is a little saggy, and I think it's because somebody is like, still on it. I need them to get off the titty.
I'm done.
I'm done. I'm just calling it what it is. Sometimes, let's just face it. Sometimes there is a kid that's still on the breast, and I'm gonna need you to get off the breast. Okay,
I know
get
that's
off
right,
it. That's right,
Albert.
Albert. What
He
Albert
said
said.
we
So
can't
we
be
can't
on the
be on
boat.
the boat.
We can't
We
all be
can't
on the
all be
boat
on the boat
drowning.
drowning.
For real.
For real. Okay, God did give us something, and the thing was called common sense. Okay, common sense. Life Joy said know when they get paid, they better spend their checks wisely. They can't waste theirs and then expect to spend ours too.
You felt
You
that
know
one?
that one? Woo! Read it one more time, sister. Read it one more time. Read it one more time in
He
case anybody
said,
did not
like
understand.
Joy,
Joy
4724.
0724.
No,
No,
when they
when
get
they
they
get they
paid,
paid,
when they get
when they get
paid,
paid,
they better
they
spend their
better spend
checks
their check
wisely.
wisely.
They can't
They
waste
can't waste
theirs
theirs
and then
and then
expect to
expect
spend
to spend
ours
ours
too.
too.
No,
No, I
for
felt
real.
that. For real. I felt that. Okay. I felt that. Okay. Ms. Dion said, I didn't see us sharing and helping each other as dirty laundry. I don't see it as dirty laundry either. I don't know who AJ was, but AJ got booted out, child, because they didn't understand the assignment, child, okay? We need this. I feel like this is what's wrong with our sisters. We suffer in silence when you don't have to.
Exactly. Because you
Exactly,
have
because
some
you
people
have some
going through
people
the
going through
same
the
thing
same
and y'all
thing, and
can
y'all can
bounce
bounce
ideas off each
ideas off
other
each
to help
other
each
to help
other.
each other. We can relate. We can relate. I'm sorry, I'm out here buying push-up bras now, child, because this one
To
breast over
relax,
here. Relax,
relate, and
relate, and
release.
release. Relax, relate, release. Repeat it again. Relax, relate,
Relax,
release. Relax,
relate,
release,
release.
release. Mm. I
Release
trust the
that
child. Release
pressure.
that pressure. And get off my breasts. On Tuesday, y'all remind me to tell y'all the tip that I got for saggy breasts. Remind me to tell y'all because I got a hack for y'all. I got a hack, okay?
Well, we gotta
Okay.
wait
Well, we gotta leave
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Because we talking about cheering right now. We ain't talking about fashion, okay?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Life just a child. That's my friend issue. Her mom passed 2 years ago. Now she makes excuses. My mom handled things. Child, grow the hell up. The world isn't going to baby you. I gotta leave the room. I had to leave the room. I had to walk that one out right there, child. Okay, I had to walk it out. Okay, because I know somebody that they use the excuse that they lost their mama too. And the reason why they have a bad attitude, the reason why they don't see themselves, doing anything positive or progressing, they blame it on my mom passed away. Okay, well, what would your mama be thinking if she's looking down from heaven on you? Disappointment, sad. Why my child can't get right? Okay, like why? And the fact that you just said that they 70 years old, that don't make it no better. Because
That's a damn shame.
that is a damn shame. And that's an elderly person acting like an adolescent adult too. Okay?
Because
Because
why did your
why
mama
did your
handle
mama handle
everything up
everything
until
up
you
until you
became
became
70
70
That
or
don't make no
or
68?
sense.
68?
That was a mom that enabled. If you doing everything for them, they don't know how to get out there and do anything.
And
So
they're not
I
gonna
And they're
try
not gonna
either.
try either.
they're not. So I really feel like kids who don't know how to pay bills, something is wrong, because that means that your parents never taught you or gave you a bill to be responsible for. The first bill that Jasmine and Jada ever had was a phone bill. You want that phone, don't you? I guarantee you. Y'all know Jada used to be hustling, child, back in the day when she was just in middle school, child. She was paying $10 a week to rent a phone. Okay, so if you could pay $10 a week to rent a phone, you know how to pay bills. It's something that is taught, and I think to be that big of age and not know how to do everything because my mama did it, that's a shame. That's a
Where you
shame.
rent
Where
a
you
phone
rent a
from?
phone from?
Oh, she was renting them from her friends, child. Because we was taking her phones all the time. So she would just rent a phone from her friends. You got a phone that don't use it. I could just use the Wi-Fi. She was paying $10 a month. No, $10 a week. I'm sorry.
Wow, so you
Wow,
paying a
you
whole
paying a whole
$4.
$4.
So, honey, like I said, well, there's a will, there's a way. There's a way, honey. Okay? So, this is my advice for people who got the comfortable and unmotivated adolescent adult in their house. Okay? This is not an Airbnb with an unlimited checkout.
Mm.
Mm.
This is not an Airbnb where you can live comfortably and not be motivated. Okay? There is a checkout. It's at some point you got to go. Okay? Don't they charge fees at Airbnbs if you stay past 11 o'clock?
Late fees.
Late fees.
And I'm gonna tell you this last one is called the disrespectful adult child. Okay? The disrespectful adult child. They got attitude, entitlement, and they like to cross lines. How many of y'all have the disrespectful adult child? Okay? While y'all answer, we gonna read some comments. Gonna read the next comment to Mistress.
Mm.
It should be Tanita.
You should
You
be
should
raising
be
your
raising
kids
your
to
kids
be
to
able
be
to
able
take
to
care of
take care of
themselves
themselves
if God
if, God
forbid, you're
forbid,
not
you're
here
not here
anymore.
anymore.
Miss Janet
Miss
say, I
Janet
got
say, I
two
got
full
two
breasts
full
and they're
breasts and they're
mine,
mine,
not my
not my
son's.
son.
Oh, Daddy!
Mama
Okay.
Mama
said, that
said,
is
that is
so
so
true.
true.
Life with
Life with
kids and
kids and
grandkids,
grandkids
or some
or some
kids
kids
don't want to
don't want
do
to do
right.
right.
No
No
more
more
kids want to
kids
be
want to be
followers like
followers
their
like their
friends. So,
friends.
but they
So,
got to
but they got to
realize you get a
realize you get a
job, you got
job,
to pay
you
the
got to pay the
bills.
bills.
Okay.
Okay.
Albert
Albert
A.
A.
Middleton
Middleton
said,
said,
why some
why some
kids know
kids know
your
Your
pay
your pay
pay
schedule
schedule
better
schedule.
than
better
you
than
do?
you do?
For real.
For real.
Now that's a messed up junk right there. That's a messed up junk right there. Okay. Mm-mm. They too entitled. They too entitled.
They
Miss Dion
are.
They
talking
are.
about like wow 70.
Yes,
Yes,
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Okay.
She need to
She
do
need to
better.
do better.
Like Joy said, yes, there's old Russ adolescent adults too. I told you it's 18 and up. There is no age gap, okay? It is 18 and up, okay? Mary said, I'm at peace. All of my girls are grown and on their own, so I can only open my doors for me now. But God bless my girls, continue being strong females to carry on, and we will, mama. We will. Okay, we will. Life Joy said, child, sometimes I have to ignore her calls because the excuses can be draining. Child, that's called transfer energy, honey. That's called transfer energy. Don't let nobody transfer their energy onto you. Don't do it. Don't do it. You gotta have a limit for that. Okay? So maybe she that friend that you might need to talk to like once a month, once a quarter, because she's transferring her energy onto you. And if it's bothering you like that, child, you gotta take some mental breaks. That's all.
Miss
Miss
Williams
Williams
said,
said,
disrespectful
disrespectful
child.
child.
I have
I
two
have two
sons. The
sons. The
oldest is
oldest is
very
very
disrespectful.
disrespectful. Ooh, let me tell you the
Girl, you need
disrespect.
to
Girl, you
bust
need
him
to
in his
bust him in
throat.
his throat.
For real.
For real. Could you show us how that's done? Oh, do it one more time.
It's a
Okay. The solution to this one is respect is required. It's not optional. So they cannot respect you. They got to get to going. Okay. Hit the dough and don't let the dough hit your ass in the bike. Okay. Just don't. Okay. And you have to have boundaries with consequences. Those are the two things. Respect is demanded, it's not optional, and you gotta have boundaries with consequences. Because I'm sorry, if you disrespect me, you gotta kick the bricks. Hit the bricks, child. Hit the bricks.
where I'm
And
gonna go.
I don't know. That sounds
That's
like a
not
you
my
problem.
concern.
That sounds like a you problem, not me.
That sounds like a
That sounds like a
disrespectful nigga that
disrespectful
need to
nigga that
figure
need
it
to
out.
figure it out. Say it one more time.
That sounds like
That
a
sounds like a
disrespectful nigga
disrespectful
that need
nigga
to
that need
figure
to
it out.
figure it out. It do. It do. It do. This respect
So the
is.
next
So the
time,
next
Miss
time, Miss
Williams,
Williams,
when he wanna
when he
get
want to
slick
get
out the
slick out
mouth,
the mouth,
pack his
pack his
shit. And when
shit.
he
And
go
when he go
outside,
outside, when he goes somewhere,
pack his
pack
shit.
his
So when he
shit. So
come
when he
back,
come
it's
back, it's
already
already
outside
outside. It's already
and the
waiting for
locks
him. And the
changed.
locks changed.
Let your
Let your
husband or your
husband or
other
your
child
other
know that
child
the
know
locks
that the
gonna be
law's gonna
changed. I'll get
change.
y'all
I'll get
key,
y'all
but
key, but
your
your
brother, he
brother,
gotta
he
go.
gotta go.
I will have his
I will
stuff
have his stuff
outside.
outside. She said that's a part of
Mm-hmm.
why we have not talked since October 2025. The disrespect. The disrespect.
Is he in
Mm-mm.
your
Is he
house
in
and
your
y'all
house
not
and y'all not
talking?
talking? I think she said both of her sons were out of the house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. They're out of the house, but because he's so disrespectful, that's why they haven't talked since October of 2025. You're not
Oh,
gonna
okay.
disrespect me. And I'm gonna just tell you this. I do believe grown people, including a parent and their children, can have a very adult conversation with respect, long as we are not raising voices, long as we are not calling names, long as we are respecting each other's time. If when I let you talk, I'm gonna let you talk. But when I get ready to talk, I'm gonna need you to be on mute. Okay?
And
I'm gonna need
don't
you to
be
listen to
saying
what I got to
listen.
say. That word triggers me. It triggers me. That word is a trigger word for
I'm
me.
just messing with you.
Huh?
I'm just messing
Just
with you.
messing with you. No, that's a trigger word for me. It's trigger for you too. Okay? So Miss Dion, let me show you one more time how you chop somebody in the throat. You ready, Demetrius?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. They be like,
Just like a
just like a
strong, like
strong, like
firm.
firm.
Make sure your
Make sure your
thumb is
thumb
put to the
is put to
side
the
of your
side of your
hands, like
hands like I am done. We are
see how
not
that
on
work?
here
Does it work?
encouraging violence. But when the
Just,
disrespect comes, sometimes
just
you
a
gotta catch them where they at, honey. Chop their ass in the throat. Do you hear me?
and they won't
And they
say
won't
nothing
say
else
nothing else
disrespectful.
disrespectful. Girl, you did not miss the whole show. I can't believe you found you did not miss the whole show. But I'm gonna tell you, child. Um, disrespect can be. It don't have to just be verbally. It can also be physically. Now, if you put your hands on me, y'all gonna see me on CNN. You don't see me on CNN. Okay, that's all I'm telling you. Okay, it can be physical. Disrespect can also be mentally and emotional too. Because first of all, how you gonna be walking around somebody's house and you got an attitude? What you got an attitude for?
Hello.
Okay? Hello. Knock that chip off your goddamn shoulder, all right? Because, honey, last time I checked, you're not. If you disrespectful, obviously you're not even. You are part of the child that's the comfortable and the unmotivated. So you just feel like you just got it like that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Disrespect can come in different forms, and it's not just by them talking back and saying things to you. It can come from an emotional aspect. It's how they carry themselves around your house and all of that. And I'm sorry, if you that damn grown, be grown somewhere else too. Okay, if you that grown, go be grown somewhere else. Okay, just not here, because you could be disrespectful at somebody else's house, and let's see how that worked out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything that a kid is taught at home, it plays a part out here in the real world, whether it's school, a job, um, dealing with people just in general, how you socialize with people. All of that is a part of the parenting piece. And if you got a kid that don't like to socialize and is not very verbal, but they always seem so angry, don't you be wondering why? Sometimes I think kids make their own misery too. They create their own misery because, like I said, they're so easily influenced just off of social media on the phone. The phone is the biggest influence, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I know I don't have my daughter's influence. I don't feel like I influence them. The influence comes from other places, but not me. And I find that sad sometimes, yet it's very true.
They're not
They're not
social.
social.
Like
Like
they don't know
they
how to
don't know how to
communicate, and
communicate,
that's
and that's
probably
probably
why
why
they act the
they
way they
act the way
do.
they do.
So
So
my sister's like, you
people
don't
like,
want
you
your
don't want
son on
your
the
son on the
phone?
phone?
No,
No,
he don't need no
he don't need
phone.
no phone. Demetrius, I applaud you for that. I
They
do.
be
I
like,
applaud
oh
you
well,
for that.
how he
How
going
he
how
going
he gonna
how he
call
gonna
you?
call you?
Guess what?
Guess what?
When I was
When I
growing
was
up,
growing up,
phones didn't
phones
exist,
didn't exist,
and I got
and I
along
got
just
along just
fine.
fine. Mm-hmm.
It's called
It's
he better
called he
use that
better
phone
use
in the
that
front
phone in the
office.
front office. I
Trust
applaud you
me,
for that.
my baby is
My baby
very
is very
resourceful.
resourceful. Oh, he like Jada then. Jada was very resourceful at that age too, child.
So he'll
So
ask a
he'll
friend,
ask a
can I
friend,
borrow
can
your
I borrow
phone
your
if you
phone
need to
if you
call
need to
us?
call us?
He'll call
He'll
us
call us
on the
on
school
the school
phone,
phone.
and he done
And he
on
done
his
on his
tablet when he
tablet when he
home done
home
figured
done
out
figured
to
out to
find out how
find
to
out how to
do a
do
text
a
now
text
number,
now number.
but he ain't got
But
no
he ain't got
phone.
no phone. But he got real resourceful, didn't he?
I'd be like, how
I'd be
you
like, how
talking to
you
these
talking to these
people?
people?
Oh, on
Oh,
text
on text
now
now
or on
or on
something
something
called
called
Discord.
Discord. I ain't never heard of them apps, y'all. I ain't never heard
Like,
of them apps. I
okay,
ain't never heard of them. I ain't never heard of them.
no
No
phone.
phone.
This is a
This
no
is a
phone
no
zone. He
phone,
don't
so he
need it.
don't need it. He don't. And I'm gonna tell you, as long as you can go without giving him one, do it. Okay, do it. Miss Williams say he act like I'm his child, telling me what I need to do. She said, "Boy, bye," and you need to stand on business and say, "Boy, bye." Okay. I can't believe you found me. We've been on since 8 o'clock. Okay. Um, you can read what Mom said, Mary.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
And not.
And not. You said you can't.
Nope.
Nope. She said it's very expensive to live in a place you. Hold up.
And not.
And I understanding all of it. Okay, Alberta. I had to give my brother and cousin an eviction notice. He didn't want to pay $200, but I wanted to pass. I wanted
But
to
wanted the
pass.
pass code since he was a family.
I am done. Okay. Janet said I only had to use a milk crate one time for my sons. The one time it was for real. A milk crate? Did she stand on the milk crate or did she hit him upside the head with the milk crate?
Girl, I
Girl,
don't know.
I don't know either. Life Joy said you don't get to walk around here not speaking, slamming doors, and rolling your neck. No, because honey, necks can fall off. Okay. Mom said I agree with you, Step, on that one. You have people living with you and they can't speak to you and disrespect you. That's not good. They can be they can be in your presence in your house. They gotta go pack. Okay. She said friends are their biggest influence. It is. It is. It is. The friends and social media, okay? Clay said you can wait till you have kids, but I'm gonna say wait as long as you can, okay? Because it ain't easy out here, all right? She said trust and believe me, what works at their friend's house won't work here either. It won't, especially when you're gonna be there full time, okay? Mary says some kids are influenced by their friends. They feel like their friends can get away with it. They can too. That's why you have a good child. That's why you can have a good child and they can become disrespectful, and that's not good. You're right, they can. Off of influence, okay? Girl, she said a milk crate. She said, no, I put their clothes in it. Oh, see, I thought she stood on it to give them the chop, or then I thought she went upside their head with it, but she said she put their clothes in the milk crate. Got it. Got it. Okay, Miss Janet, that's a new one. I ain't never heard of that one. That's a new one. Okay, so this is the next question. Why is this happening? It's the root of it all. Why is this happening? Is it one, overcompensating as mothers? Do you think we do that? I think you kind of hinted towards that because you say you work all the time, and sometimes you be feeling like a little guilty. Okay, do you be thinking you overcompensating as a mother?
Mm, I don't think
I
I
don't think I
necessarily
necessarily
overcompensate
overcompensate
because even though
because
I
even
work
though
a
I
lot,
work a lot,
I still
I
am a
still am a
disciplinarian.
disciplinarian. I see that. I definitely see that
And
with
I
you. And
still
I
try
still
to
try to
engage with
engage
him.
with him.
So even
So
like when
even
he get
like
out
when
of
he get
school,
out of
you'll see
school,
me on
you'll
the
see me
phone.
on
I'm
the phone.
like,
And I'm like,
"How was your
"How was
day?
your
What did you
day? What did you
do? I need
do?
you
Yeah,
to
you
play
have
by
a
play."
routine. You have a routine, and you want to know what did you eat for lunch? I need specifics.
Huh?
Huh?
You said what?
Your volume went down.
You can hear me now?
Mm-mm. It's just like it went down. Say hello.
Hello? I don't know why.
You sound really low.
I don't know why it went down.
I don't either. Yeah, the volume is up. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear her?
I can hear you.
Your volume just seemed like it went down. That's all it is. I hear you, but not. Oh, they said I can hear her. Okay. You say my volume is off too. How my volume off? My mouth big as I don't know what.
You sound louder.
I don't know why. Okay.
They say I can hear her and she ain't low on my end.
Okay. I hear her, but just not loud. Okay. So we have the overcompensating as mothers. We have fear of being too hard. Okay. Their generation versus our generation. And we have the lack of real world consequences. So in that respect, are we helping them or are we holding them back? Because that's pretty much what it is. Overcompensating as mothers, fearing of being too hard, their generation versus ours, and a lack of real world consequences. So are we helping them or are we holding them back? Okay. So y'all,
Um, they said if they leave, they can't take my my clothes that I bought either. Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
you said what?
I said it sounds familiar. Yes, I believe that is one part of it, of us overcompensating. Then someone said, Clay said it depends on the situation. Ebony said, my mama always said kids haven't changed, parents have. We try to be a little different and parent differently than our parents, but honestly, we turned out just
We
fine.
sure did. We turned out just fine. I'll be right back.
I don't know, y'all. I think that parenting has sort of kind of changed. Yes, we say that we want to do better because we felt back in the day in some shape, form, or fashion that the parenting we received was good, but it possibly could have been better. So we felt like, okay, well, when I get my kids, this is what I'm gonna do. And then now that we've gotten our kids and we've made the adjustments that we felt needed to be made, and want to be the parent that listens and the parent that, okay, you can look at me as your friend and you can talk to me about whatever and I can talk to you. But I feel like sometimes some parents overexpose their kids to things, even though TV and social media is saturated with exposure. We also, as parents, overexpose things to our children nowadays because we want to keep it 100, or we want to give them more information than we feel is necessary. But sometimes you just have to allow a kid to be a kid in that moment and allow the progression to gradually go grow with them. um is sometimes we be being too honest. Even I could say that for myself.
You said
But
what? What was the last
I said
part?
sometimes as parents we are being too honest. And I can say that for myself. Like, I know anything just come out my mouth. And sometimes you be around when I say it. Not the inappropriate
Yes.
stuff.
Uh huh.
But it just be a lot. And so us trying to be that friend or be that person that they can talk to has transformed us into parents that have allowed certain things to slide. And in those slides, again, becomes unchecked behavior. So now that unchecked behavior again has now became normalized for that child to think, oh, well, she didn't say nothing when I did it the last time, so I could do it this time too. And yeah, we're getting away from the big mama raising of the kids and the village and the children not being disrespectful, because even though we were at school and they weren't necessarily our parents, we knew that most of our time, just like most of our time is spent at our jobs, most of our kids' time is spent in that schoolhouse. So just like you respect your
School.
parents at your house, you should be respecting those people that's teaching you every day that you sit in the classroom with. And that's
Right.
where a lot of it gets misconstrued, because now the kids thinking that they can talk to the teachers any kind of way. And like they were saying earlier, that's why a lot of teachers are quitting their jobs, because why I gotta deal with this at the school and then go home and have to deal with bullshit. Like, I don't wanna do that. Like, peace of mind is golden.
Priceless.
So I shouldn't
Priceless.
have to come to work trying to instill something into your kids, because either, not saying everybody, but you have some kids that the parents just want to get rid of them and don't want them to be in the house. I'm ready for you to go to school. Damn, I be hating the weekends because you know what I'm saying? So you know this about your child because This is what you've allowed. You've allowed a lot of behavior to be unchecked, and now you are stressed out about what they're doing. Now they're in the schoolhouse doing it, and you think people want to deal with that? When I have
No.
20 other kids to deal with in the classroom, that's a lot. So imagine all 20 of those kids acting up, and I can't even say something to
Mm-hmm.
correct them, give them corrective behavior, or give them some type of constructive criticism of, okay, this is what you're doing, this is how you fix this, or whatever it may be. I can't talk to them a certain kind of way, even though I care because I'm here. And a lot of teachers look at their kids, bus drivers, teachers, principals, they look at all those kids in the schoolhouse as their extended children.
As their kids.
I have to
Yes.
protect them while they're in the schoolhouse. So
Yes.
I expect them to respect me while they're here. But now they just say they can do what they want to do, and then the parent come up there acting a fool, and now I see where you get it from because you acting crazy. So now they think they can do what they want to do, and then they go home and talk to you crazy. Now you ready to send them back to the school. So it's just nobody's doing the raising that we did back in the day, and that's the issue. That's part of the issue. Nobody can't tell nobody kids nothing.
Nobody can't tell nobody kids nothing.
It used to be
No.
you on the
No.
street running
It
up
used
and
to be
down
you
when you
on the
get out of
street running
school,
up and
y'all
down when you
playing hide go seek
get out
or
of school,
hopscotch.
hide, seek, hopscotch.
If you're doing something wrong,
If you're
the
doing
neighbor
something wrong,
can
the
be like,
neighbor
"Hey,"
Could check
and
it
then
can be
be
like,
out.
like,
hey,
"Okay, I'm gonna
Yep.
tell
and then I'm
your
going, okay,
grandma
I'm gonna
or
tell
your auntie or your
your
mama."
your grandma or your auntie or your mama.
But nobody's doing that nowadays because
But
again,
nobody's doing
nobody
that
can't say
nowadays
nothing to
because
nobody,
again, nobody can't say nothing to nobody.
and you
That
never
is part
know
of the
because
problem
now
too.
people going to people's house or you
And you
said
never
this to
know
my
because now people going
child,
to
now
people's
you
house and you say
shooting people
to my
or
child,
doing
not
something
shooting
else,
people
fighting
or doing
because
something else,
somebody said
fighting
something to your child when they saw them
because
doing
somebody
something
said something
wrong.
to your child when you saw them doing something wrong.
So it's just crazy.
So it's
We just live in a
just crazy.
different world now,
We just live in a
like for
different
real, for
world
real.
now, like for real.
We do. We do. Charlotte said, I think I have no patience with the half-ass things they keep giving. Sometimes they ain't giving enough. I'm just going to tell you that too. Alberta said, I think that as we became able to do more for our children, they didn't have to get out and earn anything. And that's kind of where the entitlement comes from too, right there. Because a lot of things have been given to them because we wanted to do more for our children than we may have felt like was done for us. So that's that entitlement. That's where that entitlement comes, especially when it comes to material things. Okay, they just feel like they supposed to get it because my mama and daddy didn't always got it. She said, "What you earn has nothing to do with them learning to be independent." Because I'd be quick to say, this. Well, I've heard Jada say this. She's had her friends in the car with her, and they pull up to our house, and she's like, "Oh my God, this is your house?" And she's like, "No, this is my parents' house." That's what she say. This is my parents' house. I live here, but this is my parents' house. All right, honey, you'll hit that light right there, the big one, because my light still went out. Not that one. The the island. I need it to be bright. Thank you. All right, I can see myself again. Okay, so how do we reclaim our peace? I got some actions for y'all, okay? First thing you need to do, okay? You need to set some house rules, all right? That could be curfew. Yes, even adults, even if they grown, that live with you, they need to have a curfew too. Sorry. If you don't want no curfew, go get your own place and you can come home whenever you want to, okay? And they also need to be doing chores and contributions to your household. If they're not doing those things, then I mean that's That's the number one thing right there. A curfew, because who, I don't know about y'all, but who wants their house being open all times of the night and you sleep? Not me. Not me. Okay. So yeah, we got to set some boundaries. The second thing is financial boundaries. No random handouts. Okay. And structured support only. And what does structured support only look like? Not me handing you money every time you ask. Oh, can I get $15 for some gas? Or, oh, could I get $10 for this? Or, could you let me hold this? No, no. I think you need to wait till you get your paycheck. Yeah, wait till you get your check. And I'm gonna tell you, I done been there, done that, and had to do that. And I'm gonna tell you, it makes it's character building, okay? Because sometimes once you get your paycheck, you realize I really didn't need that. It was not a necessity, okay? But it's all about the right now, being the gratification of taking care of it right now. I'm sorry, it blinked out. My bad. Okay, my bad. All right. Um, the third thing is an emotional detachment. You can love them without rescuing them. You can love them without rescuing them. Okay. And the last one is going to be number 4, the exit plan. A timeline for independence. Everybody got to have one. Timeline for independence. What do you think is too old to be in the house? Like I said, I don't like participating in any type of conversations that I see people having on social media dealing with adult kids. And my son or my daughter don't have to pay nothing. They can just live with me, stack their paper so they can get them a house and all of that. What are you doing? You are also enabling them as well. Okay? Because this world ain't out here for free. And why am I, a parent, taking care of another grown individual? I done took care of you all your life. I'm supposed to continue to do that? That makes no sense to me. And that's raising, if it's a man, you're raising a bum. And if it's a woman, okay, that's all I say. Timeline for independence. And I'm going to tell you, boundaries are not punishment, ladies, okay? Boundaries are not punishment. It's protection. Boundaries are protection. This is protecting your peace. This is protecting your mental health, your self-preservation, like Demetra said earlier. It's all about protection. Boundaries are not a punishment, and you shouldn't feel guilty. You shouldn't mom shame yourself, dad shame your husband, or anything like that. It is all about protecting your peace. And I'm sorry, when your peace is disrupted, you got to make some decisions. Okay? So, live chat time. Okay? Live chat. Drop your situation in the chat, because Professor is calling on the class for y'all to get some advice. Okay? Y'all want some advice? We can sit here and we can be supportive for one another. Y'all got some real life situations going on. Some of y'all done already told you. I done learned about a milk crate tonight. I definitely learned about that. I'm gonna put that one in my pocket. Yeah, a milk crate, because I thought she was standing on it because she was short, or I thought she just busted him upside the head. Okay, okay. She said, "I feel 25 is my limit." I agree with you. I think that is a nice number right there. It is, because some of them be in college, and then once they get out of college, they still trying to find their way. But then those who don't go to college, I think 25 is a good number too. Thoughts, Demetrius? Hmm?
Well, I don't know. And I don't know because I haven't experienced it.
I know. That's what your brother was telling you earlier. He was telling you that. You was like, but I got experience. He was telling you that.
No. What I said is, even though I don't have a grown child,
I can
I
still
can
speak
still
up.
speak up.
Okay. You don't have a grown child, but you can still speak on
But
it.
it's
But
people
it's
that's
people
too
that's
damn
too
old
damn
to
old
still
that
be
still
living
be
in their
living in their
family
family
or their
or their
parents' house.
parents' house.
So
So and be trying to run their parents' house too, child.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
but that's the
everybody. But that's
parents'
the
fault.
parents' fault. And once again, that's taking accountability. You got to take accountability. If you allow it to happen, it'll happen. If you put boundaries on it and you start standing on business, you should see change. You should. Now,
And don't
and don't
complain about what
complain
they
about what
won't
they
do
won't do
if you're
if
not
you're
talking
not
to them
talking to
about
them
it.
about it. True. True. You got to put people in that situation. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and say this. We did not survive everything that we have survived just to lose our peace to grown people we already raised.
Repeat that
Repeat that. You want me to repeat it one more time? We did
one more
not
time
one
so
more
you can
time
put
so
it
keep
back
doing
to
it
you.
back. We did not survive everything we survived just to lose our peace to grown people we already raised.
Mm,
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 mm.
mm.
Sound like a
Sound like a
word.
word. Sounds like a word. So I'm going to say this. This is some affirmations that I want y'all to practice, say to yourselves. When you find yourself in a moment of you want to give in, you don't have to give in, okay? But these are some affirmations for y'all. I can love my child and choose myself. I can love my child and choose myself. And then the second one, I am not responsible for their choices as adults. Everybody has to learn. Some may have to learn the hard way. Some can learn from other people's lessons, but some way they are going to have to learn. Okay. So it's not your responsibility for the choices that your children make, even our adult children, even our young children. We are trying to coach our young children in the right directions, but once they get a certain age and they done got grown, they are responsible for their choices. Okay. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna sip this water because I gotta get up early in the morning to do something because my sister Slim done put me on assignment. I'm gonna say this: sip your wine, set your boundaries, and remember the professor loves y'all. Okay, but your peace comes first. You
Before
gotta before
anything.
anything. Before anything, my peace is important for me. Okay. So do
And if
y'all
that
have? And
means
if that means
sometimes you
sometimes
can't
you
answer
can't
your
answer your
phone for
phone
them,
for them, don't.
don't.
Don't. Don't. Sometimes you have to limit your interactions. Sometimes there could be too much communication. And this is when you take on other people's trauma or you take on other people's issues and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, energy is very transferable. So don't let people be transferring their energy onto you, whether it is a spouse, a child, a parent, co-workers. Don't allow other people to transfer their energy onto you. It is a thing called protect your peace because it is priceless. Okay?
Priceless.
Priceless. So, with that being said, okay, I just want y'all to think about this. Um, for the ones who said that their kids was the financial drainer, you ain't a bank or an ATM machine, okay? You are not neither one of those. So stop making yourself feel like you have to say yes when you don't. And don't feel guilty for saying no. It's nothing wrong with saying no.
And
And
if you are,
stop.
can
If
I
you are,
hold
can I
something?
hold something? Huh?
I'm saying
I'm
if you
saying
are,
if
can
you
I
are,
hold
can I
something?
hold something? Who trying to hold something?
I said
I
if
said
they are
if
the
they
bank,
are the bank,
can I
can
hold
I
something?
hold something? Can I hold something? Okay. And this is the last thing I'm gonna leave y'all with. Stop raising grown children twice.
Mm,
Mm,
don't do
don't
it.
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know I'm gonna For the women who whines in the future, I am going to always touch back on this because I feel like I need to have a checkup on y'all and make sure that everybody is still applying the lessons that we learned tonight. Okay, you are not the only one, and there are other people that is experiencing the same things that you're experiencing. I just think we need to have better community and more dialogue on it, because who wants to suffer in silence if you don't have to?
Nobody.
Nobody. Nobody.
Because hidden
Because hidden
stress
stress, it will
is a
kill you. It's a
killer.
killer. It will kill you. I ain't trying to be around here with no stroke, no heart attack, laid up, can't move. Okay?
Because
Because I won't answer the phone when you. You said you want what?
I won't
I won't
answer the
answer the
phone
phone
in a
in a
minute.
minute. Oh, I know. That's how you roll. You know,
Yeah.
you dubbed that person. Oh, she don't answer the phone.
I got to
I
keep my
gotta keep
peace.
my peace. I know. It's priceless.
But
But
the thing
the thing
is,
is,
everybody got
everybody
something
got
going
something
on.
going on. Yes.
So
So
respect that.
respect that. Yes, respect it. Everybody. Okay. My pleasure, ladies. Thank y'all for coming over here and expressing y'all thoughts and us being able to congregate and have a grown person discussion about things that a lot of us may be embarrassed to talk about, because who wants to talk about they still raising their children? Nobody.
Mama
Mama
said, I
said,
feel
I
you,
feel
Steph.
you, Steph.
Sometimes I feel
Sometimes
like
I
I
feel like
lost
I
out
lost
spending
out
time
spending
with
time with
family.
family.
So I
So
just
I just
cannot let
cannot let
no
no
one
one
transfer their
transfer their
energy into
energy
me right
into me
now.
right now.
My life
My
means
life
the
means
world
the
to me,
world to
and
me,
I'm
and I'm
going
going
to me.
to me. She gonna take care of her. Okay.
Okay, boo.
Okay, boo. And Miss K said, trust
As you
as you
should.
should. Trust, because these kids won't wipe your butt or feed you. Probably help you out of here furniture. No, she said I'll check you out of here for an
Others
insurance
will.
check. I'm done. Too many IDTV shows about that, okay? Too many.
And
Okay?
Ken
And
Ken
Ken
said,
said,
10, fuck
10,
them
fuck them
kids.
kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Oh, fuck them kids. Okay? The last thing our mother said is, it is very hot when you cannot. It's very what? She said it's very
Hard.
hard. Okay, hard when you cannot go to family when you need help, but you can come to you when they need you. Yeah. Yeah. We know that road too, mama. We know that too. So, good night, everyone. And y'all be sure to what? She said, someone please make a t-shirt. Demetrius.
And fuck them
Ain't fuck them
kids.
kids. FDK, hashtag FDK. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them
Fuck them
kids.
kids. Fuck them kids. Okay. Y'all have a beautiful evening. I will see y'all next Tuesday at 6 o'clock for our weekly thrift haul. And next Thursday, I will see y'all for our end of the month live sale. Y'all, we almost at 20K. Share. Because I told y'all I have a special live sale coming for y'all when we hit 20K, baby. Okay, 20K. I'll holla. Good night.
Bye.
Stay fly. Good night.